next point and very important concept here, the types of corporate planning. There are basically two types of the plans, long range plan and the short range plan. Name it suggests that long means it has a time period more as larger as compared with your short range plan. Now what is the long range plans period? Your period of 5 years or more than 5 years. And for the short range plan it can be less than 5 years. With respect to second point, the long range plan totally concern about the business as a whole, and here short range plan is a concern with the attainment of business result of the year. Only 1 year result they consider. Here as a whole business they consider. And third one, it deals with the technology resource selection, its acquisition and allocation. But for the short range planning, it deals with the procedures and methods only. The best example you can say for the short range plan, you can implement the timetable for only 7 days, okay, or for particular SEM. It cannot be possible the same timetable can be executed for the second semester, okay. But for the long range planner, you decide, suppose first standard student decided I want to become an engineer. So what will be its steps execution? He will be choose that according to the subjects or the areas or science branch. So that will be more than 5 years period, okay. So that will be under your long range plan. And if you consider you want to be a complete short term program like a Java course or something of 3 months or 2 months, so that will be your short range plan. So it totally depends upon the periods and aims. So this is basically two types of the corporate planning, long range planning and the short range planning. Now moving further, the different dimensions of corporate planning. So this actually makes up your corporate plan. The first and very important measure or dimension is time. In definition itself, it indicates it is mentioned that plan is nothing but the actions which will be taken in future. So your total set of actions are totally depend upon the time period. Okay, this is a very important thing. It can be a short range. We already have seen the types. It can be short range or the long range plan. And next one, provide opportunity to correct, revise the plan in light of any new information the planner may receive. Okay, it's correct one. As it is a dynamic one, you can change the plan according to the current time, according to your current requirement. So that is the first one and very important dimension, that is the time. Second one is the entity. Here entity is nothing but anything on which the plan can be focused. So here on which thing you are going to be make the plan, that is very important. Just take the same example when we consider the timetable. What are the entities for your timetable? Yeah, it's very correct. It is the student, staff or the classrooms, labs availability for that timetable or for that particular time schedule. Then if you consider the same thing for your organization planning, it is about the finance, marketing, capacity, manpower or research and the development. And corporate plan may have several dimensions, but obvious because your corporate plan is made up for whole organization. Suppose just take example of our college itself. In our college also be 4 departments are there: computer, IT, mechanical, ENTC. So each and every one there has own different entities. Mechanical also requires a workshop, which is actually not required that much by your computer department, isn't it? Now similarly here, your dimensions, entities are going to be changed according to your corporate planning. Next, third one is the organization. So here corporate plan would be deal with the company as a whole, but it has a broken down into the subparts like functional groups, product groups or the divisions. It's very important. Even though you made the plan for the organization, you should be concentrated on the subparts of that organization. Just again the same example, if your principal decide 9 to 4 is my college period timing, it's required it should be executed by all 5 departments very smoothly. So it is not possible timetable of your mechanical department is exactly similar to your computer or IT department. How it will be executed? The division wise your timetable will be vary. Fourth dimension is elements. Here plan made up of several elements. It starts with a goal like to achieve. The elements means how you execute that plan. Here you start with a goal, then declare strategies to enable that organization, provide support on rules, procedures and methods of their plan implementation, and finally budgets and performance provides the measures about the success and failure. Using those elements you can execute your plan, you can get the success or the failure of that plan. And last one is moving further, characteristic is the last dimension of your time period. Here the choice of characteristic matter of convenience, helping to communicate to everybody. concern in organization, easy understanding in execution, and the typical characteristics of your corporate plan are goals, resources, milestones in investment details, and variety of schedules. So your characteristics is nothing but how that plan can be effectively executed, which are the actual components or the principles of execution of your plan. The next one is the essentiality of strategic planning. Why the your strategic plan required? So there are different factors are there where your corporate plan can be used with your organization. First one is the market forces. It is very difficult to predict market forces such as demand and supply. First one and very important part here. How can you predict the customer require today's date? Suppose customer gives us changes with your product, and after for 10 or 20 days it will be like similar one. So it can be a very difficult to predict if it cannot be possible to make changes are avoided for customer. So here the strategies can be changed according to your requirement, according to your demand and supply. The ability of organization to predict these forces and plan strategy is limited for various reasons. It affects the sales growth and profitability. If your organization is very flexible, it's but obvious according to the demand you are making changes with your organization, then it will be like achieve your actual profit. So that is a consider strategic plan, consider market forces. The next point is the complex diversity of business. The scope of business is wide. Variety of products and different market segments, method manufacturing, are different factors are available for your business. Here, as business grows, it reaches the stage where such a expansion complexity increase. Means, suppose your scope is wide, so there might be possibility there you may have different factors in where you have to be considered, you have to be plan, take the decision regarding those factors. So that is the complexity increase as your business scope increases. And next one is the competition. Facing the competition is business means fighting on many fronts. It is a natural phenomenon actually. Then competition forces the management to look for new products, markets and technology to keep market share intact, process control and quality improved. Next one very important is the environment. In which environment your actual organization works. Here it is beyond the control of actual management. It could be one of the social, business, economic, industrial, technological environment. Environmental changes are difficult to predict and generally these are the very slow changes one. Provide education for knowledge processing and the communication. And lastly, difference in values, attributes of rural and urban customers calls for the separate products. It can be possible your urban customers requirement will be different and its rural customers requirement can be different. So your planning does not eliminate your actual risks but provides the effective tool to face those risks. So that is the use of the planning. Next one, strategy. What is meant by the strategy? Strategy means a specific decision to achieve a goal of organization. If strategy considers a single point of attack by specific method, it is a pure strategy. And second type is strategy acts on many fronts by different means. It is a mixed strategy. So there are two types of the strategy. Either it is a pure one or either it is a mixed strategy. Strategy may be a fall in any area of business and may deal with any aspect of business. And aspects like price, market, product, technology, process, quality, service, finance and management strength. These are the different aspects are considered while you fixing the strategy. Now there are different types of the strategies. First one is the overall company strategy. It considers very long-term business perspective, deal with the overall strength of entire company and involve the policies. Other strategy act under a company strategy. Means here the strategy or the aim is decided for whole organization and sub parts will be support that aim or the goal of that organization. The examples are like two-wheeler manufacturing company will have strategy of mass production and aggressive marketing, and company can have a strategy to create a brand image to build a brand loyalty. There is a best example of this brand image is the Tata or the Bajaj companies are there. They have their aim, objective, their product should be recognized as a branded product. Next one is a growth strategy. Here growth of existing business turnover is expansion. Growth can be in terms of your expansion or your scope or in terms of your actual quality. Here Growth strategy means selection of products with a very fast growth potential. These strategies are adapted to establish, consolidate and maintain the relationship. Suppose if one organizer have a organization in a Kondwa campus, it can be possible that organizer want to be increase that area or increase the scope. It can produce or reintroduce a new organization into another area. Okay, like our Sinhagad, there are 4-5 campuses are there. It is a like expansion of your organization. So it will be under your growth strategy. Example here, two-wheeler manufacturing company's growth was very fast on single product, that is the growth in structure. And if provide the different products like soap, oil means growth in the diversification. If you consider single product to growth or the multiple products to further growth, that is a different with the strategy. That is a growth strategy.